Hey YouTube, sitting on the lawnmower again. Some people call them lawn tractors. I don't know. I guess it is. It's a small tractor. So I just got thinking about clothing, and it's just an odd thing to talk about, probably on a lawnmower. But yeah, clothing. So just thinking more about in the time of an emergency, that there's a great maybe let's just say there's like a natural disaster. you know, what would you do about clothing, and how, in particularly, uh, how would you clean it? I mean, we've talked about the Wonder Wash manual crank washing machine. You have, wash boards you can get. You can get barrels of water, or you could even boil water in pots and pans. Put your clothes in there, disinfect them. Use some soap. Um, I mean, there's definitely ways to do it. If you really even had to and didn't even have a lot of water or soap, you could just air dry your clothes and try to dry them out that way. So that moisture and the sweat and gunk, or, could be mostly broken down and evaporated, or at least, the UV light from the sun could be a potential disinfectant, that in that manner. So I kind of concluded back, with the some of my previous videos, and this is just a summary though. That and here I am. I'm wearing one of the shirts here, um, among my many shirts that are synthetic. They're just 100% polyester. And they're very lightweight. I think some of the cooler ones are like these fly fishing shirts you see. You can use them for anything you want. They have the opening on the back. This one doesn't though. This one actually has a closed back, but I do have some with the open back with the mesh. These like breathing vents. Um, or you can just have like a regular shirt, with roll up sleeves and pockets and so forth. But it's just very lightweight, and you spill some water, or you start sweating, or you spray yourself by accident with a water hose. Within minutes, it dries. And so it wicks away moisture from the body and allows it to evaporate, so you don't just sit there soaked in your clothes like you would with a cotton shirt or cotton pants, cotton socks. So I'm just saying, though, I think that, if we had a real emergency and the utilities were really knocked out for a long period of time, it could be beneficial to have maybe as much as a week of clothing put away, or at least in a rotation, have at least a week, cache of clothing that you could use before needing to, start washing them again, mainly in synthetic clothes. Because you can hand wash the stuff in a tub, you can hand wash it, with very little water, and you hang them, up on the clothesline in a matter of minutes, if not like an hour or two later, totally dry. So you couple that with the power of the sun as a disinfectant. I think it's a win-win. So I'd say stay away from cotton. I go more toward 100% polyester, maybe some different blends with a little bit of rayon, or maybe a little bit of nylon. But I'm seeing more and more the 100% polyester, especially the ones that are softer. They're made differently. There's all kind of manufacturers have a different weave, or a knit, or a quilt to some of their clothes. So I would just go with that. And that includes underwears and socks and hats, and even your shoes. Maybe you go with more of a synthetic shoe. And make sure you move away from the leather and cotton based, maybe canvas, things like that. Believe it or not, there some shoes have a lot of moisture holding materials, and including the shoelaces. So you may want to go and switch out your shoelaces with parachute cord. That definitely is a synthetic. And so you have to consider all your options. Especially, and I'm thinking really more like an SHTF type of type of, severe, almost Mad Max scenario, even if it was just a few months long, you want every advantage possible to survive. You know, you want plenty of food, plenty of water, plenty of firearms or ability to protect your home, plenty of shelter repair options, plenty of water filters, plenty of friends in your neighborhood, plenty of, redundancies, communication options, even if it's just to receive communications and information from around and see what the heck's going on. First aid, a lot of skills with that, so when you mix this medley up, you get to like hygiene and clothing, and they kind of work together as well it does with disinfectants and water and stuff, because sometimes depending on how much water you have depends on how much you can clean and wash not only your plates and your home, but yourself and your clothing. So I think it's just something that's just going to be a practical evolution in thought, that even if you just have some set aside and you don't typically wear it a lot, it's starting to really grow on me. I'm actually kind of getting to the point now that I'm just like preferring to wear the polyester shirts. They're very light. We're talking about the lightweight. Some people have these bad experiences at their job. They're made for their dress code to wear these heavyweight polyester shirts or pants, and then they walk away with this experience, say, oh, it's just hot and not breathable. There's a lot of synthetics that are very breathable and very lightweight and much more pleasant, to wear than cotton, even cotton blends. So, well, I'm going to get off my lawn tractor and get some shit done here. So, let me know what you think about that there, these ideas about synthetic clothing. So, I'm going to have to get me some synthetic underwear. That's the next thing. I just need to get more of that there, and more synthetic socks, and maybe a couple of new shirts too. You just never know. So just taking a quick look at my ride here. Ooh, it's beautiful. So thanks again for all the comments, guys. I'm really enjoying this YouTube thing. I think I'm going on week number 5, I believe. I'm not for sure, but I know my account is very old, but I never really used it as a YouTube account for me making videos and stuff. But it's only been about now going on 5 weeks, I believe. Something like that. And I think I'm coming up with around, well, at least getting close to around 250 videos, I believe, and about 60 subscribers. And I'm getting a lot of messages throughout the day, which is cool. Keep them going, keep them coming. And with that, though, that's all right. So you guys take care of yourself, be safe, and don't forget to buy that synthetic underwear. Later.